Well, it's a beautiful day today, at least to start out. It got hot again, and that was miserable this past weekend, but a little bit of a cool front. It's only going to be 90 something today, but the clouds are out. There was a slight chance of some showers, but I don't think we're going to get any of that. I'll take the cooler weather. So today, a couple odds and ends. One of my goals here next couple days is I need to go plow the wheat ground. The only wheat I plant early, and so I need to get the disc over there. There's the guy put a lot of cattle out there, and so it's gonna be packed pretty tight. So I need to run the disc over that, and then I'll probably run the field cultivator later, right before I plant that, probably in the next. This is end of September, near the end of September, so sometime middle October. A lot of guys are planting right now for grazing, but I would like to get grain and grazing. So anyways, that's the goal. So I've got to get the oil change on the 8260. Need to get it hooked up to the disc, get the disc greased and tires aired up and all that. So I'll do that here in a second. But first, the skid steer attachment trailer mover is done and dried. So I'm going to move that somewhere. I kind of hate to put it down somewhere and scratch up the paint, but it will happen. So I'm going to do that. Next project that's coming for some welding. These are the tongues on the grain carts. And man, if you've ever pulled a grain cart that's full of grain, they are rough and they just beat you to death. I guess there's just enough slop in these holes in the pins. It's rough. So we're going to, where is it? Here it is. We're going to take this bulldog hitch and, hold on. We're going to weld it inside of there. So we've heard another farmer in the area has done that to his grain carts, and that takes out all the slop. It's a way better ride. So that's what we're counting on. And then we'll get some of these and put them on the back of the carts. Then we can pull them without a pin. We can just hook up with the ball. Oh, it's heavy. That was heavy. I don't know, that's where I want it, but that's where it's going to be for a while. Okay, got the tractor warmed up by, I think, 185 degrees, which is about what it idles at when it's not too hot outside. So, these clouds, there's nothing showing up on the radar, but it's kind of misting. We'll see. But I think it's warmed up pretty good, so now I'm going to change the oil and get dirty. All right, I'm going to need a bucket. That will be plumb full. And then 1.25 inch wrench. I'm gonna need some towels, shop towels. See how shiny that is? Just washed my truck last night. And by I mean Emily and I. She vacuumed. Did a great job. Thanks him. All right, to the oil. There was once a time that maybe I turned this the wrong way. You know, sometimes looking up at the bolt in this perspective gets me turned around. So I need to go lefty-loosey. I'm gonna push on it. See, Cousin James, I do know the direction. Called me out. I didn't know if anybody else would notice, but Cousin James at a wedding, he says, yeah, I saw that you were doing it the wrong direction. I did correct myself on video, so I try to do that. But thanks for keeping me honest. Now try to keep oil off my shirt. Let's play a game. Will the bucket hold the oil? Sure doesn't seem like it's going to, does it? It's like it's coming out so fast and all of a sudden it just shuts off. Makes me nervous every time. All right, next I'm going to clean out this cap with some gas. Oh, I just got some on my wedding ring, which means my ring's gonna be loose. I'm gonna have to throw it away. Clean. Wedding ring already starting to swell. That is frustrating. You know, you pay good money for things like $2 wedding ring. You expect it to hold up, you know. What are we if not our word and our quality? That's what I always say. Anyways, all right. Clean. Now, take the new filter, which costs way more than you would expect by looking at this thing. How much? I'm not sure. Let's say $50. That may actually be a bargain. Looks good. All right, we put just a little bit of oil on the O-ring and on this part right here that seats against where it seats. All right, greased up. I don't normally film a lot of this because it gets my hands all greasy. Then I have to touch the phone. And it's the only phone I got. And they're expensive. I don't want to mess it up. Done. Now let's go put the plug back in. It's almost done dripping. I'll call it good. All right, so next I got this new idea I'm gonna try. We never can get all that oil out because you just drain what's there. So I'm gonna do this new thing. I'm gonna turn the engine. I'm gonna let it run for about a minute and then I'll work out the rest of that oil. So I'm gonna go and do that real quick. I'm just kidding. That would be terrible. Don't ever do that. That doesn't work. That will ruin your engine. That was a joke. If you're following along because I know I got a lot of farmers that are learning from me, obviously, right? Don't ever do that. Bad joke. All right, that's enough of that dripping. You ever dropped a drain plug in the oil? I actually don't think I have yet. I say yet because I'm sure it will happen. Nope, I have. Changing hydraulics on this tractor. It wasn't really a plug, but I dropped something. But we got our magnetic, righty-tighty. We got our magnetic grabber thingy, and we found it. Tight like a tiger. That's not going anywhere. All right, here's what's gonna happen. Hard to pour out of the 5 gallon, so I'm gonna pour it into the 2.5s. That one is a full 5, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep these filled up because these are easier to use. Not super efficient. I don't know what's the best deal, but I got a bunch of engine oil here, So this is old stuff that Dad had before I bought these and bought them filled up. So I really need to go from here into the 2.5s. I don't know. All these guys with these fancy carts, maybe that's what I need to get. All right, let's try this again. You won't be able to see that probably. Oh, shoot. That's what happens. I can't see anything. And so I spill some. Wouldn't be an oil change without spilling oil. All right, so now I've got to update the hours. I gotta remember how to do that. Okay, there he is, service funnel. We change oil every 250 hours. I did it, see, I'm right on 251 hours ago. So I'm going to reset the hours. Yes, I am sure. All right, so now my timer restarts. Let this run for just a second, and then I'll check the oil again. All right, just aired up the tires on the plow. I was gonna go home for lunch. Our guy that's maintaining our roads down here, I went and talked to him, and then I started thinking about timing. We've got to go to Abilene this afternoon after church, after school, for a Bible study that we're doing now. So it's already 1 o'clock. Instead of going home, come back for just like an hour or so, and then getting back to leave to go to Abilene, I just thought I'll just work a little late, try to get the plow fully ready. So tires are aired up. Now I'm going to grease everything, tractor and plow and all that fun stuff. Dad helped me hook the plow up, in case you're wondering. I had a good plan. I was going to use a skid steer. Did I tell you that? I was going to use the skid steer, but he helped me. That was easier. We also cleaned up, there's a front seals on this tractor that we need to change that are leaking a little bit. But I'd like to get this field plowed before that so that it can take on the water better for the rain that we're going to get soon, I know. And then we'll work on the tractor. We've got some things to work on both tractors, the stripper, different things. So that'll be a good time, probably after I plow this. Now for greasing one-handed. Maybe it'll stay. I don't know. It's hard to do with. Hear it? Look in there. See that grease starting to come out? That'll work. I'll just do that a bunch more times. Okay, got the plow mostly greased. Tires aired up, I told you that. Got the tractor greased. Now I'm going to switch to its other. We use a polyurea grease for almost everything from John Deere. It's a green grease, which is like impossible to get. We can't find it anywhere. And the way John Deere works, there's different dealers that own, just like car dealerships, different people own different dealers. Well, nothing around here had any, but we were going to float the river down near New Braunfels, and I looked up a different dealer down there, and they had some. So I went in and found some tubes of that grease. Otherwise, I guess a factory burned down, they said. And no other factory can make these tubes, the cardboard tubes that the grease goes in. Imagine that. So if anybody wants to start a cardboard tube factory, you'd probably get some business. So anyways, I'm switching to this Molly grease. That's just a grease gun that it's in. You can't even tell what, it's just different. It's gray. It is for higher friction things, maybe that are, like metal on metal stuff. And so I'm going to grease the rest of it on the plow with the Molly grease. And I think I'll be ready to go. I think it'll be ready to plow. Yep, I'm gonna hook up to the diesel tank when I get done and go take it home so I can get diesel either this afternoon or in the morning. And I'll be plowing. So here's one. What's this in my way? Sorry. So here's an example. This is one. It's this this rocker shaft that controls the depth. Let me show you. That cylinder right there. See, it controls these arms here, these rocker shafts, and the way that works, if you'll just look at the linkage, it controls how the tires relate to the frame. And so each of these has a hanger that we put the moly grease in. So that's one spot. Here's another. This is the linkage connecting the two rocker shafts. That's another one. There's a linkage right there. A matching one right there. Those will all get the moly grease. I think that is all of them. Can you see that squeezing out? Well, if you can't, it is. Last one. There we go. All right, first tow of this truck's life. I'm gonna get some diesel. Problem, not a problem, is that may be a problem. I can't do it with one hand. Let's see if I can finagle this. Problem is I need 2-inch side. Oh, you can't see that. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. You have to take my word for it. Okay, there's the first one. All right. 0. This needs a 3-inch drop, I believe. And I think I have it on 0, 1, 2. I need to go down one. Hold on. I think that's right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's right. You can do a 0 to 6-inch drop and up to a 5 1/4-inch rise, which I doubt I will ever need the rise on this truck with the plow, the trailers we have. All right, 2-inch ball. Let's see what we can get into. It's hard to know when it's that high. Low. Let's see how it sets. All right, that's all the weight. I don't know, my truck's not straight or level, but it kind of seems like that's nose down. Okay, that's a better view. I think that's better. It's pretty level, don't you think? If anything, I'd rather it be just slightly nose up so that when I fill from there, that I can get a full tank, because the air pocket would be at the front of the trailer. So we'll try this and we'll see how it fills up. Here's a couple of cool features on this truck. So I can do a trailer light test and it'll just run through all these things while I'm out. So I don't have to jump in and out to do all these things. So running lights, brake lights. All right, I'm gonna go press start. All right, let's see what it's doing. brakes, left turn, right turn, reverse, which there's no reverse lights on this trailer, brakes. Pretty sweet. It'll just keep running through that until I come in here and turn it off. Okay, the other thing I think is cool is I can have the camera on while I'm driving forward. So that's neat. I can just see how the trailer's riding if I'm pulling something that like with cargo. So that's kind of neat. All right, I'm going home for lunch because it's past lunchtime. I'm hungry. I'm tired. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you're gonna farm it.